You started with the restaurant business at the age of 23. After 7 years, how does it feel to look back and just think about the time when you opened that first restaurant, the first pub?
I still remember day one, we hardly did 5,000 rupees in sales.
Are you serious?
And I still remember a couple walked in for the first time. After 3 hours, they walked in, that smile on my face. I was like, finally, some customer. When 21A opened, I went through a depression phase, which I don't talk about a lot. That time, it was really hard because every day I used to wake up and I'm like, did I do the wrong thing? When we opened on day one, for the first month, almost 20 to 25 days in a row, my friends, they came, they had dinner, they paid the bill every day for 25 days. And at that time, customer acquisition was one of the toughest things. It's very important that your friends become the first set of customers. They support you.
Someone who wants to go out on a cute date, which place would you suggest?
First answer which is coming at the top of my head is Mikos. Most romantic rooftop, beautiful. We have, but there's an alternative. Dual room, cocktail bar. It's one of the most intimate setting. Very nice. You come on a date, you feel very connected with your partner, talking, the space, the energy.
Watching this episode, you should definitely visit 21A if you want to have a blast, you want to get drunk, get lost, but do not drink and drive again, guys. So welcome back to yet another episode of the Backstory podcast. So today we have Feno, who is the co-founder of 4 Restro Pubs in Bangalore. So today's conversation has been around how you as a young entrepreneur can get into a business like this of starting your own restro pub and some difficulties that every entrepreneur, every F&B entrepreneur faces in this kind of an industry. So if you want to know more about it, keep watching this episode. So hi Feno, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
You're feeling good?
Yeah, feeling good. A little nervous, but good, yeah.
So first of all, okay, leave everything aside. Tell me, how was it to be in front of cameras? Because so far you guys have been creating great content across all the 4 brands that you own and you are partners. Now you are in front of the camera, sitting here talking about your brands. How does it feel?
For the first time, I'm sitting in front of the camera, right? So it's a little intimidating. Now I feel what I tell the influencers, do this, do that. I'm just like, damn.
But anyways, so your life has been very interesting, right? You started with the restaurant business at the age of 23, right? Your first brand that you invested in was 21A, right? How is that brand doing so far?
So 21st Amendment, I think, I always call it my first baby, right? It's doing fantastic, to be honest, touch wood. It's been over 7 years now. In Indranagar, we are doing one of the best business. People love us. And it's a brand built to stay for the long time.
That is great. That so after 7 years, how does it feel to look back and just think about the time when you opened that first restaurant, the first pub, and the very first day? Do you remember anything about the very first day when you just opened? There were all your staffs around you, and maybe no customers the very first day.
Yeah. So so when 21st Amendment opened, right, it was, I call it the pre-influencer era. Okay. So we built the brand on organic marketing. So on day one when we opened, I was sitting with my partners. I still remember for the first 3 hours, I'm sorry. First 3 hours there was no consumer, there's no customer at all. We were just sitting, we were really eating, we were like little obviously upset. So we were above Peter, England, and I still remember a couple walked in for the first time. After 3 hours, they walked in, that smile on my face. I was like, finally some customer. Yeah, but I still remember day one, we hardly did 5,000 rupees in sales.
Are you serious?
Yep, that was our first day. And those were the days, brands were supposed to be built organically, brick by brick. So every day we used to tune in, check on sales. Little by little, we grew the brand.
That is amazing. And now, after 7 years, you are a co-founder of 4 brands, of 4 new resto pubs. So, how does that feel?
To be honest, when I started the first one, I didn't think that, I would be probably 7 years down the line, you know, co-founding one of the biggest brands in the city. Right now, it still feels unreal to me, you know. I still am humbled by the very fact that I've co-founded spaces like Gladia, Mikos, and recently the Dual Room. It's It's unreal. Every day I wake up, I'm just like, thank you, God, for, giving me this opportunity.
So when you were a kid, Fino, tell us like what was your dream? Like you always wanted to get into this kind of a business, or you had some other dream?
See, I mean, when we are kids, we usually have two dreams, right? I want to be a pilot, or else I want to have a pub of my own. So very common dream. But then, what do you say? I mean, as per like every other Indian guy, my parents forced me to either become a doctor or engineer. So I did my engineering, and during engineering, I think I found the passion for people and food. So during college itself, I used to do events, and when those events were full house and people had a good time, the kind of feeling I got, that kick, I felt really good. I still remember during college fest and all, me and my boys were the few people from college who used to do a pancake stall. We
In
used
the college?
yeah, during fest. We used to do pancake stall, we used to cook pancakes, sell it. We were supposedly the cool kids in college.
Oh my
And we
god.
used to do this. So yeah, I mean that time when the customers, like obviously the college kids used to come, my classmates, juniors, seniors, and we sold it, and they gave us their feedback, everything. It was just like I felt so good about it,
Oh.
and I was like, yes, I want to try something. And when you're in college and stuff, you do go to pubs, clubs. It's in back of your head. One day I want to start this with my friends. One day I want to
So
do
you
this.
always had it in the back of your head that you want to get into this kind of
Yep,
business.
yep. It was there in the back of my head.
But how come the age? Like you started something so big at the age of 23. So how does that feel to you?
See, when 21A as a project came in at that age, one of my college senior, Mr. Gopi, who I'm always grateful to for giving me that opportunity to invest and be a part of that journey. I went to my parents. I told that I want to do this. Like every other Indian parent, they said no. They're like, no, that doesn't make sense. You can't be selling alcohol. You can't start pubs. They told that it took a few weeks of convincing because, like I said, no parent will easily agree to this. So, few weeks of convincing, asking my dad a lot of times. To be honest, my mom was convinced day one when I told her the idea. I know how moms are. Okay, you want to do this? Go for
Do
it.
it.
But dad, no. My dad's a teacher, by the way. So, he doesn't agree to these things very easily. And now 7 years down the line, he'll call me and say, "Which new project is there? I want to invest now." So his mindset has changed over these years. From a person who said no to the first space I opened, now he's the one who will call and say, "Any new project is there? Let me know. I want to invest."
Nice. So that's great, Fino. Now, one more question that I have, and a very important question, because I think that was the period. There was a like a 2 year gap uh, due to COVID. Okay, and a lot of businesses couldn't do business because everything was shut. How did you guys manage during that time?
So when 21A opened, in I think around 2 to 3 months, COVID happened. So at that age, when you have like taken your dad's money, invested somewhere, and there's a certain amount of expectations and pressure, right? You've taken your dad's hard-earned money, and suddenly the world has shut down. And F&B as a business, which we were focused on dining, saw zero revenue, but we are still paying rents. We
Yeah.
were like, it was hectic, and that's Indranagar rents. So to be honest, it took a toll. It took a toll on me. I mean, I would say that, during COVID months, the guilt which got into me, I took my dad's money, I put it there, and now I don't know if that'll ever come back.
Mhm.
That guilt feeling, to be honest, I went through a depression phase, which I don't talk about a lot. And that time it was really hard because every day I used to wake up and I'm like, did I do the wrong thing? I should have just, stuck to a day job. So it was bad. I still remember during the COVID time, we had a conference call with my partners to take a decision whether we should continue 21st Amendment or not. All that happened on a WhatsApp call. That call was probably one of the scariest call in my life because if we say no, okay, we can't keep burning money, paying rents because the future is uncertain. We would have to shut shop and accept the fact that it's a loss. But that call, I've always thanked my partners. We decided, let's take the burn. We'll wait it out. And after COVID and after all those lockdown restrictions, 21st Amendment as a graph, it took a upward, only up and above. So yeah, I'll always remember that phone call during COVID.
In our life, we all of us we have certain friends who are always standing with us throughout, like no matter what the situation is. Did you have some kind of friends like that who always stood by you?
You remember I told you, right? When we opened on day one and we hardly did any business. For the first month, almost 20 to 25 days in a row, my friends, my boys, they came, they had dinner, they paid the bill every day for 25 days. You know, when at that time customer acquisition was one of the toughest things, it's very important that your friends become the first set of customers. They support you. So they came for 20, 25 days in a row. Just used to have dinner. I mean, they could have ordered on Swiggy. They could have gone to some other place. But they're like, bro, you know what? We'll come. It's okay. And yeah, now four places I have. I still look back when my boys came to support me. Yeah, it's friends. They are the reason for everything.
That is I think everyone should have friends like that. Now, coming down to a few important questions around business again, right?
Hmm.
So first of all, you tell us, was it is it difficult right now in the market to start an F&B business like that, or was it very difficult 7 8 years back, if
See,
you compare it that way?
yeah, see, like I said, right now we are driven by social media. So when you open a space, there is an opportunity or easy access to customers, which was not there before. Those days we had to do it organic, word of mouth marketing, organic, and a little bit of online. But today, when you open a space, you can reach millions of potential consumers before you open itself.
Hmm.
So that's the strategy we use. When we open a space, pre-launch, that's 15 days before launch, bare minimum, we will make sure we reach a couple of millions of potential consumers that we are coming. So if you ask me, these days it's easy access to customers. Those days it was really tough. You have to do it brick by brick.
So, say example, when you opened a 21 amendment, so you mentioned there were hardly any customers the first few days, right?
Yep.
And when you opened dual room, how different was it?
Like I said, day one, when we opened 21A, not even 5,000 rupees in business. Dual room, day one, we had a waiting line. On the first lunch of day one lunch, we had a waiting line outside.
Oh my God.
That's the difference, right? That's how the market has changed right now. So, yeah, I mean, these days, online presence for a new brand is extremely important.
And how difficult, I'm sure there are a lot of people, your friends or people who watch you on Instagram and otherwise as well, there are a lot of people who want to get into a business like this. They want to have their own restaurant, they want to have their own pub, they want to start something like this. So what is that one advice would you give to all these youngsters who are looking forward to something like this?
See, actually, these days people do come and tell me, hey, bro, I want to do this. I want to invest. I want to start. So, first thing, it's very important that people understand it looks glamorous on the outside, but to be honest, on the inside, when you start a place, the glam factor is not there. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of sacrifice. I mean, in simple terms, in the last 7 years, apart from the COVID years, whatever, I've spent all my New Year's at 21st Amendment, all my New Year's Eve. I mean, I've not gone to any other place for New Year's Eve, and it's okay. It's a sacrifice I have to make. So if you have that mindset, right, especially when you are a young entrepreneur in F&B, especially in those first 3 years, you have to be fully invested in the business. You need to know end to end, and it comes with a lot of sacrifices. It comes with, you're going to miss out on those fun weekends with your friends. I mean, you're going to miss out on some important family moments. Forget New Year's Eve. I mean, these are things you'll miss out when everyone's going out on the weekend. Your weekend is the busiest part of your week, right? So if you have that mindset, definitely, you can succeed. You have to put in the sacrifices, the hard work, and the hustle.
Because everyone, like including me and most of the people sitting in this room, we always think this business as, okay, if you have a pub, it's great, like you are only sitting at your pub and you're enjoying life and you are running a business like that, you're earning money out of it. If you want to get your family, you want to get your friends, you can chill there. So I think social media has also changed a perception into a perception in a way that, okay, this business looks very glamorous, this business can make you rich, this business can fulfill all your dreams. That is how we look at it, and that is why every second, third person want to start something like this. So if someone wants to get into this business with a, say, limited fund, with a 15 lakh in pocket or 20 lakh in pocket, do you think it is possible to start such a brand in that price?
See, for if you're planning to do a cute cafe, or if you're planning to do a what do you say, online delivery space, that budget is possible.
Okay.
If you're planning to enter pubs in Bangalore, you're not looking at anything less than a crore. I mean, it's actually more, way more than that. So those budgets are right now. The market has changed completely, right? Real estate in Bangalore is insanely high. Your deposit itself is higher than the amount you're saying these days. So deposits in Indranagar go anywhere between half a crore to 1 crore. So if you're planning something in Bangalore city, you need to have the funding, or else you have to work on building a homegrown brand, like from your kitchen. Work on it, work on social media, build it over a couple of years, and then slowly move out. But right now, if you're entering one of the most competitive space in the country, which is Bangalore, you got to come with the funding. If you don't have the funding to build the kind of infrastructure, the products, the R&D, and most importantly, the marketing, if you don't have the budgets for marketing, you're entering a space which is going to burn lakhs in rent every month. See, like I said, no, these days when you open a brand, the expectations are very simple. You have to be full from day one. That's how the mindset is right now in the market. So if you're going to come with limited funding and not ready to spend on marketing, then unless you have enough money to burn for rents and organic word to mouth, you're going to die a slow death. Or in Bangalore, it might be fast death.
So you've been into this business for 7 to 8 years. Give us two best advices for young entrepreneurs.
See, first, it's very important that you come with a mindset that you'll have to sacrifice a lot if you're entering F&B. You have to come with that mindset, which means, personal time comes to almost nil. You're working 24/7. See, I left, what do you say, 9 to 5 to get into this, but right now I work more than 9 to 5. It's way more. I'm always online at night, 1 o'clock also, morning 8 o'clock also. I'm addressing firefighting issues every day. The pressure is even more. But yes, of course, the returns are better. But if you don't have the mindset to sacrifice, do not enter F&B. I'll tell you why. If you look statistically, F&B business is the most riskiest business in the world as per data. Then 80% of F&B shut down.
And why is that?
That's mainly because, see, when you have a certain capital, everyone tends to open a cafe or restaurant. Like it's a very common thing. So what happens is the market has so much options. How do you survive, right? It's like a survival of the fittest. The person who can do fantastic marketing and be very relevant on social media has an upper edge. The person there are now these days there are smaller spaces, chef driven spaces that are coming in. Even those people are coming with fat marketing budgets because your real estate, is that expensive. So in a space like this, especially in cities, when there's competition, you open your Instagram every week. There's a new pub or cafe
Absolutely,
opening in
200%.
Bangalore,
Yes.
right? So how does that happen? As five open every month, there's probably five shutting down every month. That's how the balance is maintained. So it's a tough business, and I think people who are ready to sacrifice and hustle for at least 2 to 3 years. After that, you can build SOPs, central teams, all this. Yes, because for the 3 years, it's very important that you understand end to end what's happening in your space.
And as an entrepreneur, as the founder, as the co-founder, you need to have an idea of every different aspect of the business, right? It's not just that you're just walking in and just checking, okay, if the kitchen is good. You also have to take care of finances, you also have to take care of staffs, that you also have to take care of what food is being prepared, how much food is being wasted. So it's like a circle. You need to have an idea of everything around what is happening in the restaurant.
Yep, everything, literally. Whatever you said, add marketing to it, front end operations, even the valet desk, everything. When you open a space, end to end, you have to have a clear, idea of what's happening. so that couple of years down the line you can build the correct, the right people, the right team. The team should have the mindset like you, right? So right now, for example, 21st amendment is 7 years old.
Hmm.
Even if I'm not there, I know the space will do well. That's because we build a core team, the
True.
team that thinks like us, the team knows what we want, and we have worked with them those years. If you ask me, even though I'm the co-founder, I would proudly say that I worked parallelly with my staff for so many years to build that space.
Absolutely.
Now, even if I'm not there, I'm in a Gladia dual room. 21 year will do well. I know it. So the most important thing is to be on the ground as an F&B entrepreneur.
Great. I think you just spoke about marketing, and I know one of your stories, I think, which most of Bangalore knows about. Okay, your Mikos page, your Mikos Instagram page, right? Your Mikos Instagram page, you built it so well over the last 1 2 years,
Three
and
years.
for 3 years, and suddenly it got banned on Instagram. So tell us about this story. What happened?
So, you know, Mikos is a 3-year-old brand, right? We have put that much effort. One fine day, I wake up in the morning, see my WhatsApp. The marketing agency, has put a message saying the page is banned. I'm like, for what? So I read the reason. I'll tell you. It's supposedly we are, what do you say, promoting nudism or something like that.
On the page.
It doesn't make sense. So we had a mango festival going on. So we had a statue, of course, fully clothed, holding a basket of mangoes. That's it. So what has basically happened? Meta right now these days everything is AI driven, correct?
Hmm.
So AI has flagged this and said that there's a supposedly some violation and they have banned our account. So we appealed and the appeal itself got rejected by AI. So what worries me the most is the fact that AI has taken over so much that there's no human interaction anymore. Like my page is taken down, I appeal, and AI again rejects my appeal. Then what's the whole point, right? Like where is my chance to have a conversation with some Meta customer support? Tell them, hey, look at my page. We're an F&B space. What reason are you saying? Nope. AI only flags it. AI only rejects my appeal, and my page is permanently banned. So yeah, it doesn't feel good, right? 3 years effort just gone overnight.
So the morning you got to know about this, how did you feel about it? Because something that you were building for 3 years suddenly is not there anymore. How do you feel about it?
I'll be very honest. When I read it, I was like in a few seconds of like a state of shock for a few seconds. I felt like my heart sunk a bit. Like how did this happen?
Shit.
Like there's a little bit of I'm scared. I'm angry. It's a mixed feeling. I'm asking my agency, did you guys do something wrong? I know every post is approved by me. There's nothing wrong. It felt really like you feel like in this social media relevant world, you feel like your page just lost it. I mean, your brand just lost its identity. That was the feeling I got. It didn't feel good at all.
So don't you think it's very scary for all the entrepreneurs out there, founders, co-founders out there, something that been something that they have been building for years suddenly vanishes from the market? Isn't it scary anymore?
I mean, it's very scary. I mean, it's very scary. I mean, that's the day I realized it's so important for brands to build their own community, their own space.
Mm.
And most importantly, as a brand, you should have a 360-degree marketing approach. So, what does that basically mean, right? You should not be purely social media relevant. That's the
Mm.
most important thing. Only social media marketing should not be a mindset. You should have a wholesome marketing campaign or plan going on every month. So, in F&B, I usually suggest to my teams, and even if some other co-founders ask me, I tell them please focus on a 360-degree approach, which
So,
is social media,
yeah.
which includes your influencer, PR, everything. Then of course aggregator marketing, your Zomato, Swiggy. Then Google, please use SEO, please use Google ads. And offline activations,
Mhm.
Mikos is one brand which advertises even in PVR.
Oh, amazing.
You go to PVR Vega City during the whenever there's a good movie, I'll make sure my brand is there somewhere because it's close to Mikos, and the people who come to PVR which is close by is my target audience.
If you don't mind, can you also tell us what are the numbers for PVR marketing? Like, say, if there is a, I'm sure there are a lot of people watching this and they want to showcase their brand in a PVR. So, how much does it cost
So
usually?
there are two kinds of marketing. One is those PVR screens which are there in the corridor when you're
Right,
walking.
right, right, right,
So
right.
that I think costs you around 30,000 per month. where you keep
Multiple screens.
yeah, multiple screens. Every 10 minutes you pop up once, and then there are on the screen, the big screen before the movie, right before the trailer section. I think it costs probably 75 or 1 lakh per month.
For multiple screens again.
You choose the movie, and right before that, they will play you. There'll be multiple ads.
Okay,
You'll be
so
played.
basically every day that is being showed to different customers
Yep,
there.
yep, yep. So after doing both, I felt like it's better to do the ones with the screens which are there on the corridors. Why?
Hmm.
Because always everyone end up reaching right before the movie, and people miss it. They
Hmm.
don't see the ad which happens before trailers, so no
Hmm.
one's seeing that. So do it on the screens because people are going out for popcorn. People are walking around. They keep many people have seen my ad and they're like, "Hey, bro, I saw you in PVR."
Amazing, amazing. So this is what you've done for Mikos, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now, one more very important question when we are talking about this. When your Mikos Instagram got shut, did it affect your business as well?
See the when the page got banned, right? My first thought was it's going to affect. I had a feeling. I was like, this is going to be bad. But right now it's been 45 days, a little more than that. Mikos as a brand has achieved its targets in the last 45 days.
Hmm.
So when the page got banned, every day I used to closely watch the sales. I used to keep an eye, and we were hitting our targets. So what I learned from this, right? What I've learned and also what I felt good about is we have done a good job in the last 3 years, which means irrespective of the social media presence, the very fact that we gave a fantastic customer experience,
Right.
great food and great beverage, people are coming back. On a weekend, people in South Bangalore are thinking about us. Even they don't, it doesn't matter they didn't see my reel or whatever. They're like, let's go to Mikos. So yeah, it's very important that you
I
build the
think you've
people.
built that community around Mikos. That is
Yep,
why people keep visiting Mikos again and again.
yep, yep.
I think as a customer myself, Fino, I would say this that if I have gone to a restaurant, a restaurant pub, and I've loved it, I've liked the food, I've loved the vibe there, I would want to keep coming again. No matter, I will not even check Instagram if that pub is doing well, not doing well, what kind of content they are making. It's just that I have felt that vibe. I will keep visiting, I will keep revisiting every time I'm in town or if I'm from that particular town. So I think that is what you have built with your set of customers. They have felt that vibe, they have loved the food, they have loved everything around Mikos, and that is why they keep coming back.
I mean, that's what I learned. I mean, even the validation what you just said was proved when the page was down, and I still saw full house on the weekend. It felt good. I mean, I've done something right for the last 3 years. The brand, my staff, my other partners, we have done a good job, and that's the reason Mikos is like still doing one of the best business in South Bangalore.
But are you planning to restart Instagram page for Mikos again?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of communications we do, right? We have our seasonal menus, we have different things happening. So there is a certain communications platform required. So socials will continue, but like I said, we will make sure that the other 75% of the marketing and the community building is also happening. So I will never, be dependent on Meta for my business. In the beginning, I will be, of course. A new brand needs it, but in the long term goal, you should be independent of Meta and all. You should be like, my place can survive.
Right. Okay. Now there are a lot of people watching us right now, and few of them do not know what Miko is. Okay. So if you can quickly tell us a little about what Miko stands for. Okay. What is something that they can look forward to whenever they are coming to Mikos?
Okay, so firstly, the name Mikos is derived from the Greek city of Mykonos. Okay, and if you come to the space, it's a beautiful rooftop. You know, we have a view of a nice. It's like I call it the forest view because you can see so many trees, which you don't see so much these days in Bangalore. So when
Hmm.
you're sitting there, you can see that the sky. It's a beautiful rooftop with Greek ambience, and the food. People love our food. So yeah, and one of the things which we I think did very well with Mikos is apart from the fantastic F&B, the Greek architecture. One thing which we did was we added the Trevi fountain from Europe.
Okay.
Okay, so as you know, right, people go over there and toss a coin, make a wish. So we recreated it, and we have a customized Mikos coin. So every customer who enters, we give them a Mikos coin and tell, "Hey, please go make a wish."
What are you saying? Oh, that is great.
Yep, yep.
How does the customers like this?
So in the beginning, there was like conversation made me, is it lame? What is it? Are you sure this will work? Over the last 3 years, I've seen people close their eyes, genuinely wishing for something and tossing that coin. From kids to grandparents, I've seen it. Kids praying like this, then throwing the coin, the grandparents holding their hands, throwing the coin. Those moments, right, that feel good, which happens inside, amazing.
Okay. Do you have any story of, because I'm sure you might know few wishes what customers make. Okay. Any interesting story that comes to your mind?
So this happened few months back. Okay, suddenly I get a call from the manager at Mikos. He's like, "Sir, I think we'll have to send one coin to where I think Orissa." I'm like, "Why? What do you mean?" He's like, "Sir, one of the couples they came on a date. I think they met on Bumble or something. They chose Mikos for their dinner date. They came. They supposedly made a wish that this should work out, and now they're getting married.
What are you saying?
Yeah,
They're getting married.
they're getting married.
Oh, amazing. How does it make you feel?
It felt so good that apart from sending the coin, we did a handwritten letter. We wrote a letter saying, how this feels to us and how we congratulated them, etc. And we invited them. Next time you're in Bangalore, please come down. The dinner's on us. This is very special.
Amazing.
And the best part is they send us a wedding invitation saying you guys should come here. So these are moments, when you do these things, right? And these happen, it feels good, like you're not just building a place which just gives food, right? No, spaces are about creating memories, and that's the most important thing, right? I keep telling my partners, in a fun way, I keep saying we don't just sell food or alcohol, we sell a vibe. And if you're
Hmm.
not doing that right, it's very hard.
But kudos to you, Fino, on this, because uh, it's so important to build a community with your customers like this, so that they feel included. They feel included and they feel a part of the brand, and something that you guys have been doing. I don't think that every other restaurant, a pub, or any F&B place is trying to do that. I think obviously they're making great food. Obviously they are serving great drinks, but end of the day, as a customer myself, it is not about how good the food is or how good the drink is. It is also about, if I walk in, how do you make me feel about it? And that is, I think, exactly what you guys are doing across all your four brands,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So with that, now you have another side of it, another brand that comes to my mind again, that you've recently opened, the dual room. I
Yes.
think everyone in the city knows about it, because I've been talking to my friends and everyone, they've been like, have you been to dual room? Have you been to dual room? I'm like, I'm working with them.
Sweet.
So I'm like, so the other day when I walked in and I tasted the coffee, oh my God, it's great. It's like literally great. And the idea behind what you guys did with dual room is coffee in the morning, cocktails in the night is great. And it is not just saying that you're serving coffee in the morning and cocktail in the night. The whole vibe of the place changes.
Yep.
So how did this idea of dual personalities come into the picture?
So we've been doing pubs, right? So we had this idea we should create a cafe, okay, which is going to be experimental, where people who can come, they can try different types of matcha, cold brew, etc. When we were doing the real estate hunt for that, and we saw this property, it struck us that cafes have a fantastic, especially Indranagar, it has a fantastic cafe culture. You see crowd from morning 11 to evening 7, very solid crowd. Also, we realized that during dinners, cafes see usually a lesser footfall.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and parallelly, we also were looking at for a cocktail bar. Like we should do a cocktail bar. We've done such big spaces. Let's do a nice small cocktail bar, cozy, little premium. We also that very moment when we're having this discussion, we're like, cocktail bars don't have day crowd either.
Hmm.
So we just thought, best of both the worlds. Cafe, has the day crowd, cocktail bar has a
As a
night
night
crowd.
crowd.
What if I make it together? See, these days, as a consumer, they are also, two different personalities, right? Daytime, they're in front of a laptop, they're working. They want to have their coffee, a sandwich, work hard. But 7:30, they want to, close their laptop, have a cocktail or a drink, and chill. Now, one space which can do both.
That is
It has its challenges, right? The menus, the staff, The vibe also, right? Cafe has a certain vibe. It has to be like this.
Hmm.
And a cocktail bar has a certain vibe. It has to be like that. How do we do both? We sat, we brainstormed, and we just like, if we do this, we'll be one of the kind in India, right? Like, and the most important fact is the ambience also changes. That's what will make it different, the fact that it's a shape shifting space. It's when we said this, in our heads, it sounded so good. Then we started ideating. We went to an architect. We said, "Can we do this? Can we try this?" And from there, came on a computer screen, and we're like, "Okay, it is possible."
But it was never the plan. It was never the
No,
plan.
it was actually individual plans. During a discussion, we realized the pros and cons of both, and when we put together, it's just the perfect product.
Then how long did it take to build this?
It took around 7 to 8 months. It's a
Just to
small studio.
ideate?
See, the ideation took a month or two, mainly because the fact that we wanted the ambience to change. See, it shouldn't be just like a red light turn on in the night and it's a
Hmm.
cocktail bar, right? We wanted a little bit of mystery, a little bit of concept. So the cocktail bar is based on the seven sins. So,
Okay, tell us a little more about it.
so the dual room as a brand, it is saints and sinners. So the cafe is for the saints and the cocktail bar is for the sinners. So then when we went deep dive into the sinner subject, uh, we as humans have seven sins, envy, greed, lust, pride, etc. So we thought that's a very strong concept. And now a space which is, based on that. When you enter the dual room in the night, physically in the ambience, you will have to spot the seven sins which are hidden there. Some are hidden, some are clearly visible. And most importantly, when you open our cocktail menu, the entire cocktail program is based on the seven sins. For each sin, we have two cocktails.
What are the names?
So, for example, in the on top of my head, if you ask me for lust, we have tongue tied. Okay.
Okay.
For envy, we have diamonds are forever. So the names, the drinks, the presentation, everything is a lot of R&D, lot of research. We used to like brainstorm a lot. We're like, it has to look like this. It has to give that feeling. For example, greed, one of the sin. The cocktail names is what? Never enough and bottomless pit.
Oh my God.
And there's this cocktail, right? Which I just said, never enough. It's a cup and there's a gold coin stuck on the cup. Okay, it's a chocolate. So when you get that cocktail and you finish your drink, if you don't pull out that gold coin, that means you're not a greedy person. And we'll come and give you a shot on the house. So we wait and see that.
Are you serious?
I mean, I think I told the secret out.
But that's a great concept.
Yeah. So yeah, we have attached a gold coin to test who doesn't take it out. That means you're not greedy. Shots on the house. But at least, two out of three people will take it out. They're curious. They open it. They don't get the shot.
Do you tell them end of the?
My staff does. Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
So if you didn't take it out, I'll give you a shot, sir. They'll be like, okay, next time for sure. So yeah, like these small details. For example, you go to the washroom. In the ladies' washroom, there's a speaker hidden on the top. So that is envy. And what is it? What happens? I'll tell you. In like you're there, you're just doing your makeup or whatever. Suddenly you'll hear a voice. It will be saying, "You are better than her." A lady's voice. So it's like your mind voice. You are better than her. So that's envy. And people are just like, damn.
Oh, that is.
That's the kind of detailing we have gone into. Like, even the washroom experience has to be something different.
And were you inspired by? Were you inspired from somewhere for this particular idea, or it just struck your mind?
No, yeah, it did struggle. When we did dual room, right? We wanted a strong underlying concept, like angels and demons or saints and sinners. So that's when we took the saints and sinner route. Felt it was a little more, sellable. More,
Nice.
it's not. It felt a little less commercial, more premium, and yeah. And then the seven sins part. Once we got into it, we deep dived. We're like, we have to do this, we have to do that. Everywhere they should like figure out what is happening. And yeah, when people enter, right? See, everyone has a dual personality. In the day you're someone, in the night you're someone.
Hmm.
So we wanted that to be shown. So it's working out fantastic. People are like, weekends are tough to get a table even for my own friends.
That is great. I think this concept of dual personalities, of dual in a single place you have two different things. I have not seen it anywhere here, and I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it are other brands also doing something similar,
So once we started, couple of brands are trying something similar, but
but
what?
not to this scale?
Yeah, and the very fact they're just saying we have coffee in the day.
Hmm.
Our point is we are a different vibe in the day. We don't have cocktails in the day, and the entire space feels like a cafe. We are a shapeshifter. That's the word we use.
I think when I was there, I was sitting with Varun the other day, and that was the time of transition, like from where you transition from coffee to cocktail night. Okay, so there were very small details that I noticed personally. First is definitely the vibe of the whole place changes, the lighting changes, and all of it. Those are okay, good. But the napkins changed there, like the tissue paper changed there. There was
Yep,
a
yep,
different color of tissues
yep, yep.
that the staff came and kept it there. The dresses of the staffs changed. I think they were
Yep.
wearing
Beige in the day.
beige in the day, and what was the other color?
Black.
Black in the night. So I think these small detailing is something that when I think of it, I understand that there's a lot of work that has gone into it. It is not that you just came up with an idea and you just made a pub like that. It's not that. There's a lot of work that has gone behind it.
Yep, yep. The tissue paper still people say like, why are you changing tissues? That's the level of detailing we have gone into. Tissues, your water glasses, staff uniform. Like I said, even the bar. When you come on the day, you don't see a bar display. It's hidden.
Yes, it's hidden. And in the night, I think you
Yeah,
guys pull it off.
yeah. The shutters are open,
The
and it's
shutters are
the
open, and
whole transition is a very cinematic vibe. We have a specific song which should be played, so the transition should be done within 3 minutes. There's a song which will play. The staff have a like checklist: do this, do this, do this. When the song gets over, it should be done. So we have done that kind of feel. Whenever this transition happen, everyone's taking out their phone, putting an Instagram story. This is like, oh wait, I was just in a coffee place. What just happened?
right,
So it's a
right,
vibe.
right. So, and tell us some of the feedback from the customers who've been visiting. I'm sure there are a lot of repeat customers that keeps coming to Dual Room.
So the first thing is, since we're just like hardly a month old, I mean, there's small feedbacks like, can we extend the coffee time a little bit more? Can we have a cocktails a little bit early? So there are small feedbacks coming in, and we will obviously take a call based on probably 2 to 3 months data. And but the concept is exciting. People like it. They love the food. They love the cocktails. I mean, some of our cocktails have our fans already. They're
Hmm.
coming back for just the cocktail. So yeah, I think by the end of 3 months we'll have enough data to figure out what extra needs to be done. But we are constantly listening, and we are the kind of people who listens. We will listen to you.
So, okay, tell us what kind of customers should visit the Dual Room.
So see, dual room as a brand, no. Apart from the challenges, which is the infrastructure changing, all this, marketing was the biggest challenge I felt. Because see, in the initial, you're going to do one marketing, which is, cafe in the day, cocktail bar in the night, that shape shifting, the transition marketing. That is exciting. It's you're pushing the content out. But after that, you need to target the serious cafe crowd. You need to target the serious cocktail bar crowd. Correct. So basically, it's two different target audience.
True.
It's one brand targeting two different audience completely. So this was a challenge which I enjoyed. I took it. I mean, I love marketing. Marketing is my favorite thing, right? So I was like, okay, we can do it. So we work with PR agencies and social media agencies, right? We have clear campaigns, we have clear influencers who are listed out who is specific to cafe, influencers who are specific to cocktail bar, and we're working on it. The brand is positioned in such a way that you're a cafe person, please come here between morning 8 to 7. You're a cocktail bar person, come here after 7. So the information is being passed very clearly. The brand positioning is also done very clearly. So we'll work toward that.
Right. So, what kind of customers would you like suggest this place for? What
Okay.
kind of customers should walk in?
See, right now, if you are someone who likes to, experiment with your cold brews, matchas, come try. We have a fantastic, extensive menu, and if you're a serious coffee lover, which we also, obviously is a very important audience to us, we have a nice, whatever is classic, no, you're not touched it. It's there. You're someone who doesn't like to experiment. That's also there.
Hmm.
So it's a small space, 50 seats. People are coming. People are enjoying. They're having some of our coffee sandwich. They're having a nice time. It's
I've also heard this, that there are a few customers who come in for coffee. Okay, like late in the evening, around 5 6, they come in for coffee, but they sit there during the transition and after transition as well. So they came in for coffee, but they go out after having a cocktail also. So there are customers like that.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of customers. For the first time, I'm seeing reservations. When you see our reservations, if you see in the other places which we have, you don't see a lot of reservations between 5:30 to 7.
Hmm.
But dual room, we'll see a lot of reservation between 5:30 to 7 because people want to see the transition. So we have realized that it's high volume time. So people come, they're having their coffee, they're waiting for the transition, then they end up having cocktails. So we are like, okay, this is what the consumer wants. It's okay. So there are a few operational challenges, right? Like dinner reservations will be there, but the cafe crowd will stay back. So we are still figuring it out. We are working it out. We have closed the slots between 7 to 8 on Zomato so that
Hmm.
there's some space to work for us. It's a dynamic brand. Every day we are learning, every day we are fixing. But I'm pretty sure we'll figure it out very soon.
Yeah, right. Now, as a co-founder of four brands, I'm going to ask you the most difficult question of your life. Which is your favorite brand?
Whoa.
Which is the brand that you love the most? That okay, yeah, this is my baby. This is like I cannot do it without this brand.
I mean, see,
Is it a difficult question to ask?
yeah, yeah. Because see, 21st Amendment is 21st Amendment taught me more than my MBA. Okay, it's like the best business class ever. I've learned so much, right? And first baby, I have so much feelings for that 21st Amendment. You know, but then Mikos is there. Mikos is also so special. That's the space which taught me about marketing. Like everything I learned about marketing was with Mikos. I experimented. I did this. I did that, and with that Mikos took us to the big league. This is a brand which is going to be there. One of the best romantic rooftops. We got voted by Swiggy, by the way, as the most romantic rooftop. Mikos.
Mikos.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So,
if someone is planning their dates, I think Mikos is the best place to be.
yep, of course, it's already there in the market. I mean, this Valentine's Day this year, we had a waiting line from afternoon opening time at 12 to night 12. That is 12 hours of waiting.
At Mikos.
Yeah, and we didn't expect that. I mean, we planned our reservations very well. But the kind of guests who walked in and they're like, we want to have a Valentine's Day lunch or dinner here only. See, you would have seen maybe a line, waiting line during lunch. You would have seen a waiting line during dinner. Have you seen a waiting line at 4:30,
Not at all.
3:30, 5:30? I saw. I was in a state of shock. And I was like, me and my staff, we didn't have a break that day. Everyone worked a straight shift from 12 to night 12. And yeah. Back to your question. Such a tough one, you. How do I even say it? Oh, do I have to answer this? Is it
No, no.
compulsory?
Okay, I think it'll be bad on me to ask you
Ah.
this and for you to answer, pick a particular brand. But I know that how much you adore all your four brands, how much you love all your four brands, and that is why you are working towards all the four brands in the same manner. I'm sure your dream or your future with all these four brands is to build something which is not in India. And are you also planning to expand in the future? Is that in your head, or you want to maybe try out new brands in the future again, or you want to experiment with the
So
same brands?
right now, with as we are scaling, we are very focused on building a very central team,
Hmm.
so that you know even if Feno is not there, the brand should do the same when I'm not there. So we are building a core team which is going to work very much on SOPs, etc. But I still feel like this business requires that human touch, that owner connection.
Hmm.
But still, as we scale, we will build teams which can and leaders who will take ownership of the spaces and work towards that. So right now, we have one more project coming in Bangalore.
Amazing.
So yes, that's a Christmas gift for
That is
Bangalore.
for Christmas. Is
Yeah,
that
we are
launching?
launching around Christmas.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
amazing. You want to talk about that brand, or you
No, no,
want it to be a surprise
it's
for the
it's a
people?
very sweet surprise, but it's very exciting. I mean, we always do exciting things, so this is going to be a good one. So probably after that, we are looking at moving to other cities because by then we'll have a team
Right.
and a team which will think like us, work like us,
Hmm.
and work on SOPs, etc. So
But
there
that is
is.
great. Now, we have spoken a lot about these brands, and now few of the things that has also come to me when I was preparing for this episode is like few of the questions that people have in mind, because I have heard personally, and you might also have come across a lot of news around a lot of restaurant pubs, like any random restaurant pub, that there are a lot of scams going around these restaurant pubs. Like I remember some of the scams where uh, there is this girl on Bumble or Tinder. She will invite guys on a date to a particular pub or a restaurant. They will sit there, they will finish their dinner, and then later they get a huge bill, okay, with crazy prices on the bill. So, have you seen such kind of scams happening
See, this
nearby
very
you?
scam which you have said, right? Even I read up online, and a couple of brands have done it. I read it online. I mean, it's unfortunate they're doing it. That this is sad. It will go out someday, and when it happens, it's the end of your brand. It's uh, it's sad that some people in the market are doing such things. So I mean, I feel like when you do it, someday it's going to come out. And these are external, but there are small things which happens for us, like for example in the industry itself, within staffs. See, we have currently probably over 600 people working under us. There are small things which out of 600 people there will be 60 folks who do something wrong.
As in, like, what kind of wrong you talking
See, something which I've caught in the last few years. For example, your brand has 20% off on Zomato,
about? Right.
right? You have come, you dined, your bill is $1,000. You have given the 1,000 rupees as cash. What this person will do is he'll put the cash in his pocket. He'll pay via Zomato. The staff will pay via Zomato and pocket that difference 200 rupees. So in our system, it's settled as a Zomato settlement. But
Hmm.
when the guest has paid the full amount through money, so that difference discount is pocketed. And this has actually happened to us a couple of times, and it has happened to a lot of other brands. It's unfortunate, but yeah, this scam has gone in big numbers where it's like planned, they know it, and it will come out someday. See, you might do it for 1 month, 2 months, maybe even a year. One day it will come out, and that day it will come back to bite you.
But you guys take care of it
Yeah,
very.
yeah. Right now, after seeing this, catching, see, they'll find new ways. Something or the other will keep coming. You have to be vigilant. You have to catch.
So, as you mentioned, this one scam, the online dating thing is another scam. What are the different kind of scams that happens in a F&B sector?
See, I mean, from our side, from not the customer side, there's a lot, right? You have your storekeepers. You're procuring items worth lakhs every month.
Hmm.
Right? All he has to do is just tell the vegetable vendor, increase the price by 10 rupees. Give me the cut. What will happen? He'll pocket a lakh or two every month because we are procuring in that big volumes. He'll say, "You want me to buy a vegetable? Then you give me the cut."
Understood.
Like
Understood.
this, he is talking to 50 vendors. So first thing is, as owners, we build vendor relations. We are very
With the
close to our
vendors.
vendors. We tell them, hey, we have multiple properties, so give us your best price. And there are vendors who have come and told me, hey, that storekeeper of yours is expecting something from me. Of course, we fire them. But yeah, when you have that relationship with those kind of vendors, it becomes better. Every time, you can't be perfect. There will be some leakages, but the idea is to fix those leakages one by one.
Great, great. Now, as you are always in one of your uh, outlets, like every day, almost every day, right?
Yep, yep.
As a person, do you like just see a couple and you can figure out, okay, that's their first date, and do you figure it out?
Yeah, I'll tell you one very common thing I've seen quite a bit is I've seen a lot of dates in my outlets. Yeah, Mikos, a bunch. 21st Amendment is surprising. It's a surprise, but a lot of dates happens in 21st Amendment. You don't expect when they ask me where do you see the most dates happening. Everyone will say expect me to say Mikos, but 21A.
Are you serious? Oh, why is that? Because it's in Indranagar. Because of
Firstly, accessibility for sure,
yeah.
Indira Nagar. Then I think the fact that it's a vibe. You come there, the vibe, the music, you have a few drinks. It's there. And like you asked, no, I've seen like for example, one of them reaches first, will be sitting on the table.
Okay.
The other person will come. They're both still looking for each other. When they're looking at each other, they're like, you're the person, you're the date. Like this, how many times I've seen, right? The number of dates. It's become a hotspot for dates, literally.
Oh my god.
I mean, some of uh, my friends have told me like, bro, 21A means best place to bring dates in Indranagar. I'm just like, yeah, are you serious? Okay.
Nice, nice. Now say now for different kind of customers, there are few questions I'll ask you. So if you have to suggest one place for a group of friends, what would that be
21A, easy,
in Bangalore?
in Bangalore, 21st Amendment. Now, if that group of friends have traveled all the way to Bangalore, like your friends have come from Mumbai, and you'll be like, bro, somewhere I want to take them, Now it's like, you have to show some, I'll say Gladia.
Gladia. Okay, tell us a little bit about
I
Gladia
think we
again.
missed out on Gladia. One
Yeah.
baby you ignored so much. Okay, Gladia. Once you enter Gladia, right, you won't feel like you're in Bangalore. The space, it's like a Roman palace. You're dining under floating statues. It's insane. It's one of I think, architecturally, it's one of our best creations. When we still enter after a year, we just be like, wow, what a space. So if you bring your friends from outside the city, right now you're carrying Bangalore's impression, our first impression. Take them to Gladia. They'll be like, man, why is this not there in my city? I'm pretty sure Mumbai also doesn't have places like us.
That is great. Okay, now next set of people, someone who wants to go out on a cute date. Which place would you suggest?
Right now, if you ask me, the first answer which is coming in the top of my head is Mikos.
Yeah,
Most romantic rooftop, beautiful. But
but
but there's an alternative. Dual room cocktail bar. It's one of the most intimate setting, very nice. You come on a date, you feel very connected with your partner, you're talking, the space, the energy. So cute date, Mikos. If it's not a cute date, dual room.
that's a good way to put it out. Okay, now other set of people, say someone who just wants to come work, just chill and work. What would that one place be where they can go?
I think you only know the answer. Why did I build dual room cafe in the day with Wi-Fi, on PowerPoints, everything? Just go sit there, work. Music is low. You have a power connection. There's free Wi-Fi. You have coffee. You have everything. Dual room, and it's in Indranagar.
Nice, nice. Okay, now next set, which is very important, and I think a lot of people from Bangalore looks for some a place like that. Someone who wants to celebrate their birthday in Bangalore. What place should they visit?
Celebrate the birthday. See, I think one thing if you notice, no, yeah, how I wanted to celebrate my birthday when I was 24, 23. How I want to celebrate my birthday right now is
It's
different.
different.
That time get smash dance, right? That's the mindset. Right now, it's about all of us being together, talking, conversations. So if you're young and you want a crazy night, 21st Amendment. But if you want a space where you want to talk to your friends, connect better, it's all about you guys. Then it's either Mikos or Gladia.
I think 21st Amendment also for all these college students because the beer in 21st Amendment is very sasta, if I'm not wrong. Oh, okay, how much does the beer in 21st Amendment cost right now?
So, a beer pitcher at 21A is 649 rupees. This was the pricing when I used to go to college.
Back in
Imagine,
2015, 2016.
2016. And we have not changed it. I mean, the price of beer have gone up and everything. Our margins in that beer pitcher is so low. Why we have not changed it? We're like, it's okay. This is one thing, people should not feel like it's too expensive. Beer pitcher is an emotion, right? You come with the four friends, you order a pitcher and you have your beer. We don't want to touch it. We're like, we don't want to touch it. We're even doing a campaign right now. It's called the 2016 campaign. What does that
Okay.
mean? You come to 21 and see the beer picture, you're just like, wait, are we still in 2026 or 2016? That's
Nice, nice.
surprising. And I'm not, I mean, you can check the data. We are actually the most affordable beer pitcher in Indranagar. Affordable than those names.
Hmm, great. So I think for all the students who are watching this
No,
episode,
no, all the students who are 21 and above.
all the students who are 21 and above watching this episode, you should definitely visit 21A if you want to have a blast, you want to get drunk, get sloshed. But do not drink and drive again, guys. Never drink and drive after the party
Absolutely.
is over. Okay, so with that, I think we are coming to the end of this episode. I think it was great talking to you. Before we leave this place and go, I want to ask you, like, if you have one advice to all the people out there in general, what is that one advice for all those youngsters who are looking forward to become someone like you?
When you put your mind into something like this, right? Give you 110%. Just, well, like I said, 2 to 3 years, lock yourself in. Forget about the, what do you say, parties, etc. Just lock, go all in. The word is go all in. That's when you see results.
Great. Great. So thank you so much, Vino. Thank you so much for this great conversation. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye. So thank you so much for watching this episode. If you haven't subscribed to our channel on YouTube, The Backstory Podcast, and on Instagram, The Backstory and The Backstory Podcast, do follow and subscribe because we are going to come up with great content in the future. I will see you in the next episode.